Welcome to my channel. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. Unlike other TLC shows, Counting On didn't get a renewal announcement yet. With Josh Duggar's arrest on Thursday, it raises the possibility that the network anticipated an arrest. Could that be why they withheld a renewal for now? After all, 19 Kids and Counting ended up canceled after revelations about Josh and a molestation scandal. News broke on Thursday that Jim Bob's eldest son Josh landed behind bars. We reported that he was picked up in Washington County, denied bail. He goes before a judge on Friday this week. All fans know right now is that he deals with some real estate lawsuit. However, as marshals picked him up for another agency, it might relate to some sort of federal offense. Bear in mind, in 2019 reports emerged that the car dealership where he worked was raided by Homeland Security. However, no news emerged about whether that related to Josh or not. Counting On fans heard that TLC renewed several shows recently. However, the Duggar family show wasn't on the list. We noted that Little People Big World, doubling down with the Doros, and 7 Little Johnston all came with renewal dates. Fans seemed very surprised at a delayed renewal for the Duggar clan. Many fans speculate right now about what charges Josh Duggar faces. Some of them suspect that dodgy material emerged from his devices during the car dealership raid. Actually, on Twitter, a lot of people lean that way considering his past molestation scandal. As mentioned on Twitter, here comes Honey Boo fell under the axe over a similar case involving Mama John's ex. Maybe TC waits and sees the outcome of the arrest. People magazine reported that they contacted a rep for TLC who airs Counting On. However, the outlet noted that they did not immediately respond onto requests for comment. The Duggar family seems very tight with the networks, so if anything loomed in the future for Josh, perhaps the execs at the network already knew about it. Josh already made the headlines for dodgy behavior in the past. Apart from the raid and the molestation scandal, he publicly apologized for cheating. The confession by Josh Duggar rocked Counting On fans back when he admitted he ran active accounts on Ashley Madison. Right now, it seems that the Duggar family's reputation looks quite tarnished by Josh. How much longer the network can ignore the issues probably depends on whether he ends up innocent or not. Nevertheless, what charges he faces now might impact beyond the tolerance of TLC critics. The Duggar family, once seen as the epitome of conservative values and wholesome family entertainment, has found itself at a crossroads yet again with the arrest of Josh Duggar, the eldest son of Jim Bob and Michelle Duggar, on charges related to child pornography. The family's reputation has been rocked, and questions about the future of their TLC show Counting On have come to the forefront. The Duggars have weathered storms before, but this latest scandal has left fans and critics wondering, will Counting On be canceled amid Josh Duggar's arrest? And if so, what does this mean for the family that built their empire on the values of purity, faith, and morality? Josh Duggar's arrest on federal charges related to child pornography in April 2021 sent shockwaves through the reality TV world and beyond. However, this wasn't the first time Josh had brought scandal to the family's doorstep. Back in 2015, revelations surfaced that Josh had molested several of his sisters and a family friend when he was a teenager. The Duggars' original show, 19 Kids and Counting, was abruptly canceled after these revelations, despite the family's attempts to manage the fallout by publicly addressing the issue and seeking for forgiveness. TLC, the network that had aired 19 Kids and Counting since 2008, initially distanced itself from Josh Duggar while keeping the rest of the family in the spotlight. The spin-off series Counting On was created focusing on the lives of the older Duggar children, particularly the girls, as they got married and started families of their own. The show aimed to continue the family's reality TV legacy while attempting to brush the ugliness of Josh's past under the rug. With Josh's latest arrest, the stakes are even higher this time. the charges are far more serious and impossible to downplay. Federal prosecutors alleged that Josh downloaded and possessed material depicting the sexual abuse of children, leading to his immediate arrest, or a family that built its entire brand on the notion of moral superiority. This development couldn't be more devastating for Dillard. See, Josh Duggar is a liability that the network has already distanced itself from once before, despite the success of Counting On, which continued to draw a dedicated fan base after 19 Kids and Counting was canceled. The networker must now reconsider its association with realistically continue to air as show that even indirectly benefits a family that includes a member accused of such heinous crimes. The answer may lie in public sentiment. Fans who have followed the Duggar family for years have had mixed reactions, while some have expressed support for the Duggar children, many of whom have publicly denounced Josh's actions. Others argue that it's time for the entire family to step out of the limelight. Social media has been flooded with calls for Counting On to be canceled once and for all, as viewers question whether the network should continue to give a platform to a family that has been embroiled in scandal after scandal. At the time of his arrest, Josh Duggar pleaded not guilty to the charges against him. His trial, which took place later in 2021, led to his conviction on multiple charges with a significant prison sentence to follow as the legal process unfolded. The media spotlight on the Duggars only intensified, raising the question of whether TLC would want to keep the show on the air amid such a high-profile scandal. While Josh Duggar's legal troubles are separate from Counting On itself, he has not been featured on the show in years. The stain of the scandal affects the entire family. Many of the Duggars, including Jim, Bob, and Michelle, have remained silent or offered vague statements about praying for justice to be done, but this is not likely to be enough to quell the public outcry. The family's attempt to compartmentalize the situation and move forward with their reality TV careers may no longer be a viable strategy. In fact, Josh's arrest could very well be the death knell for Counting On, as it becomes increasingly difficult to separate the family from the scandals that have plagued them over the years. Tilly has been in this position before, navigating the moral and ethical concerns of continuing to air a show associated with a deeply controversial figure. When 19 Kids and Counting was canceled in 2015, TLC's response was swift, yet they found a way to maintain their relationship with the Duggars by spinning off Counting On and distancing themselves from Josh. This time, the network faces an even more complex decision. The fan base of Counting On has remained loyal over the years, but with Josh's arrest casting a long shadow, there's a growing sense that the Duggar time in the spotlight may be coming to an end. FY has been careful to market Counting On as a show about the Duggar children who have married and started families of their own, but the connection to the larger Duggar brand is inescapable. There is also the question of optics. How would TLC be perceived if they continue to air a show about a family whose eldest son is facing such serious criminal charges in an age where social justice movements and corporate accountability are more important than ever? They may decide that it's not worth the risk to continue their association with the Duggars, even if the rest of the family is not directly involved in Josh's legal troubles. Beyond the fate of Counting On, Josh Duggar's arrest raises larger questions about the future of the Duggar family as public figures. The family has already seen significant shifts in their public image, with some of the Duggar children like Jinger and her husband Jeremy Vuolo branching out and developing their own brand apart from the larger family. Jinger and Jeremy have even relocated to Los Angeles, a move that many fans saw as a departure from the strict conservative lifestyle that the Duggars are known for. Other Duggar children have also started to carve out lives away from the family's control. Jill Duggar, Dillard, for example, has been open about her strange relationship with her parents and her decision to step away from the family's reality TV empire. While some members of the family may continue to thrive in the public eye, it's becoming increasingly clear that the Duggar brand as a whole may not survive this latest scandal. Duggar's arrest has tainted the family's carefully crafted image, and there may be no going back.